You know where we do it. We ask people questions about the town, see if they know anybody who wants to sell, because I have buyers that need homes. So if you're out there, welcome. It's Friday. Discover Connecticut. About Fairfield County. And we just like to ask people questions. We'll see if anybody wants to chat with us. I had an opportunity to talk to Paul Payne, who was the inspector here in town. When I used to renovate and build homes with my father, he used to be the guy who'd call in the jobs. Anybody care to talk about New Canaan? We're live right now. You gotta ask. You gotta ask. So I recorded just so you know, yesterday I was live in Wilton, and then I was live in Rowayton. Did 2 food reviews over the last couple days, and never really done that before. We did a donut review, and then we did a sausage and pepper and meatball parm review in Ridgefield, which I'm editing right now. So we have 3 episodes that are in the process. And of course, let's film the 4th. So we'll stand here for a few minutes, see if anybody wants to chat. But we're currently in a very interesting kind of market, and people are trying, this guy's parked. You gotta be kidding me. You guys know where I parked? And I'm wearing this jacket? Gosh almighty. I just got over here, you know? I had to park all the way over on Cherry Street around the corner, and now I'm like walking all the way over here with the tripod and camera's not light, guys. Anyhow, New Canaan, Connecticut. I grew up here. This is a great town. Across the street, I don't know if I could show this to you, maybe I'll shift the camera, but they're in the process of expanding the sidewalk, which is a job that started during the pandemic on this side of the road, but now they're continuing it on the other side. Less parking, but not by a lot, just a few spots. Hello, how are you? You know, the thing is, and my friend Tim Martin, who I shot a 5th episode, I forgot, we did a mortgage minute, but it was out of focus. So you don't have a guy behind the camera. He said, yeah, you know what you should do is sit like behind a table at like a family event, you know, a pop-up park, farmer's market, with a thing that just says, you know, let's chat about the town, because then your people are there to hang out and relax. Here they're on a mission. They're going to Vineyard Vines, they're going to Antaya Taylor, they're going over to Ralph Lauren. They're not, is it Lauren or Lauren? I'm not really sure. I think it's Lauren. It's spelled Lauren. But you know, a lot of these people, the names just don't make sense. Mike Krzyzewski, I rest my case, right? It's Krzyzewski. No, it's Krzyzewski. I didn't know that, but now I do. So we're standing here by the clock tower. I call it the clock tower. It's not much of a tower, but it is a really cool clock. I always loved this clock. I think it's been here since I remember it always being here. Another parking spot opens up right here. You gotta be kidding me. Buddy, can you hold that spot for me and I could maybe park? Yeah, he thinks I'm really talking to him because they see the camera. Now they're going the other side of the road. They don't want to be on camera. I get it. See, you know, you got a guy walking with his hands behind his back. He's in the middle of telling like a freaking soliloquy or something. He's not in the process. Not in the process of a chat, a stop and chat. Some people don't like stop and chats. I'm a fan. Have you not watched the Discover Connecticut? It's about stop and chats. So anyway, I think this is gonna be a very short episode, guys. I don't have anybody walking by. They're all staying away from the camera. They're like, there's a guy with a camera. Let's not go over there. Can't do anything about that, guys. In the process. So, okay, very quickly, let's talk about the market, just so you know. In New Canaan, 43 houses are currently on the market. There are currently 31 houses that are pending. There's 8 homes that are a CTS, which means continue to show them, and maybe they'll get through the inspection and the mortgage process. If they do, you're good to go. If not, I don't know what to tell you. There were 2 houses that traded in the last 7 days. Guys, activity. But I'll tell you, we have an uptick in listings. We haven't seen more in the 30s. It's been in the 30s. Which is not a lot. We need that more for this amazing town here. So we'll see. How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
You care to share what you love about New Canaan with Discover Connecticut?
No, thank you.
To go. They're looking in all these different towns, and I want to try to get them to these towns. So if I could find other options for them to look at, doesn't mean they're going to get it, but it's one more thing for them to look at as well as everybody else. So I'm going to walk. I missed her. She walked right by me, like stealth mode. She must be a ninja or something. I want to say let's call it 92, 93, but before that you couldn't have even a Dunkin' Donuts in New Canaan. That's how they kept this town kind of private. How you guys doing? You care to share what you love about New Canaan with Discover Connecticut? This town's in the United States, and I'm standing on the street saying, anybody want to talk about why you love this town that you want to keep private? It's kind of funny. Like yesterday, I'm in row 8 and point out how beautiful this state is as opposed to other states that are competitive states like New Jersey and New York, okay? You could go buy in Westchester, you could go buy in Rye, New York. You go buy a $3 million house in Rye, New York, it is hokey, whatever you want to say, they call it that, okay? And it's because Ridgefield as well, the only two towns really, and Wilton, but a lot of people from Wilton go to New Canaan, they go to Ridgefield because they're looking for something they can't get in Wilton. Doesn't mean Wilton's a bad place, it's an amazing place. It just happens to be in the center of everything. It's great, which is also what people mention doing. Telling you guys about the tickets for the beach. So anyway, we're here on Elm Street, it's like so. So, because it's hot. Let's see if we can get them to say hello. I doubt it. No, they're in the middle of a chat, but look how she's draped. 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 Up. Guys, I don't want to get stung by a bee, okay? I'm just letting you know that now. I'm allergic. Not really. I just don't like them. I'm allergic to pain. Is that a thing? If it is, check off the box. Where are you from?
Briarcliff, New York.
Are you thinking about moving here?
No.
You're just taking a little trip in the bike?
Yeah.
That's a cool thing to do today.
Yeah.
Did you just decide on New Canaan, or were you just, I'm just going north?
I've been here before.
Oh, okay. You know, could we petition the town to get rid of the murder hornets? I'm just thinking out loud here. You know, not really into the murder hornets. But guys, look at this. You'd never be late, you know? Anyway. All right, guys. So I think that's it for us here today. Let me shift the camera so I can show you across the road. Be a wider sidewalk on this side of the street. And again, this is a one-way street here in New Canaan called Elm Street. There used to be this place called the Deli on Elm we went to when we were kids, like the best. Barbecue sauce for chicken nuggets. I haven't had nuggets since then because as soon as I couldn't find that sauce anymore. Done good right now, but I'm filming. So that's at least a positive. Yeah, we're filming still. And we're live on TikTok at least. Hey TikTok, how you guys doing? Love just standing here not even saying a word, guys. I'm just gonna stand here. What are you doing? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
You got 2 seconds to share what you love about New Canaan?
Sure.
To meet people like you,
Okay.
talk about the community. How long you been in town?
About 6 months.
6 months. Where'd you
Yeah.
come from?
I live in Morris, Connecticut, which is up in Litchfield County, but I work in town here.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
So you drive in every day from Morris?
I do, yeah.
Nice. Okay. What's the drive? How long?
Hour and a half?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep, yep.
You know what? Though it's scenic, right?
It is nice.
Do you
yeah.
take Route 8, or which way do you go?
Yeah, I take Route 8.
There's that one little river section. You know where I'm talking about? It's yours one of these days
Yeah.
too. If
Yeah.
I get a listing, that's when I do the town.
Okay,
So like right now I did Ridgefield because I'm
Yeah.
taking a listing next week,
okay.
and I want to kind of encapsulate it within the episode for the town.
Yeah.
Work in real estate and you never know.
Yeah.
I actually had somebody ask me if I had any work in real estate and you never know.
Yeah.
I actually had somebody ask me if I could share some info on commercial banking. If I could share some info on commercial banking
Really?
for real estate though.
Yeah.
Right. So I imagine by the time you get in and start renovating. But anyway, this is a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else you could share with us here? What do you love about New Canaan since you've been here?
I love just the community. I come from like a town like this. Street.
Oh,
shops
cool.
And everything. Yeah.
So you feel like you're at home.
It
when you're
is,
here.
yeah, yeah.
That's
No,
awesome.
I like it a lot. People are real nice. The shops, the food's really nice. The houses around are great. So yeah, it's a great spot to be.
It's a place you pinch yourself occasionally, especially people that live here should,
Yeah,
because it's really a stunning town
It is.
all around, you know?
it is. Yep.
And that's why people choose it, but you have to be able to make enough to live here.
I know that's the tough part, right?
yeah,
It
so-
is expensive.
You got to be a captain of industry in order to really dominate and live in a town like this, Greenwich,
Yeah.
Darien. But guys, sometimes when you don't expect a conversation from anyone, Justin comes out and saves the day. How you guys doing out there on TikTok? Welcome. I think we're still broadcasting. We're losing 45% of our frames on social media code, and it's also in RAW right now, so you're not seeing the best version on TikTok, on YouTube and Facebook and Rumble and all the other platforms. TikTok, if you guys could do me over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. Discover Connecticut, just discover CT and you're in. And I'm doing this, like I'm live every day talking to people. Trying at least. Really? Well, let me point out one thing. I do this because I'm a realtor to help properties to my buyers, but also people like you who are like, I don't want to be here and I want to get out. Maybe there's a town you would be very happy in that I can just get, because you can make so much money if you sell your house right now and transfer to a town that's not as expensive and get it.
I'm not ready yet. But
And I'm Mark Pyers. I'll send you a link. I'm doing this for over a year now, and it's about what's real. It's not about playing for the camera.
let's just put it this way. This town is...
Things shifted for a few years, but I grew up here. In '96, I graduated, and back then it felt like a private school. When I was in the school, it was so small and private.
There's a line. To get
Oh.
over this line, you need 60%.
Okay,
Can you read if you know 60% of alphabet?
not really.
No. And I expect school to teach my kids that.
This is the only way you can learn.
Yeah,
Eh.
and I understand it's not the town,
It's the education
this
system, yeah.
This state, dictating the rules.
But that is
but-
interesting because the point is choose our location based on school a lot of times, but most times they're running off of a curriculum. And that's across the board, whatever town you're in.
Exactly, and that's what I didn't know
Yeah.
when we moved here. And I thought you would think town would do something about it.
Yeah.
Right? Just
Of course, you'd
there's
think they
my
would.
enrichment program. There you go.
Oh, are you making? Did you do something? You made a program?
We do enrichment program at schools
Oh, no way.
for parents that are unhappy with the school system. So
Well, contact
give
me
you a
because
flyer.
maybe we can include this in an episode of Discover Connecticut. Where are you doing this? A future episode.
Actually, I'm partnering up with Code Ninjas. I just gave my last flyer to Lipain.
Okay.
But we provide a lot of STEM classes.
Oh, so
and,
cool.
We are area, except for New Canaan, of course, to teach this after-school enrichment classes right at school.
Wow, that's fantastic. All right, I'm going to touch base with you and keep this as well. Like my daughter's in Kumon. All my kids did Kumon growing up because my wife, like you, believes there's more that the children should be. Like my son's at prep, and he could do great at any school, but he's at Fairfield Prep. My daughter, I have a 9-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 15-year-old. So.
Okay, so a 9-year-old would probably benefit.
Yeah, this is pretty cool for people on Discover Connecticut to know about as well, because what we highlight is the communities and the small businesses, and that's what you're doing too.
Okay, sounds good.
So I got your info.
I don't know if I want to be on the show, but let's.
Well, you're
touch
sort
base
of on, but
eventually.
I'll cut you out for the final and just do this hello and goodbye. And what I was going to say is I already texted you, so you have my info. I'm going to send you a link. Just make sure you got it. It came through? All right. I'll send you a link to one of these episodes so you can subscribe and then be a part of it going forward.
Okay,
All right, look forward to chatting with you soon. Take care, all right? Guys, this is what happens here in New Canaan, Connecticut. We're here to meet people. We're here to talk about real estate. Hello, ladies. How are you?
How are you? How about yourself?
Good. You care to share what you love about New Canaan with Discover Connecticut? We're live to billions of people. Not even millions, billions right
That's what I
now.
love about New Canaan.
That's
That's
oh
where she
yeah.
lived.
Oh, that's where are you from?
Brookfield.
Oh, Brookfield's great too. Yeah, you come to your daughter is. I grew up here, so.
I love it here so much, but I'm from
No, that's so fine. What year did you move to New Canaan?
2012.
Oh, okay, I grew up here and moved out around 2002. But I live in Fairfield. My wife's from Fairfield, so you go where your wife wants to go. No, if my wife, you go where your wife. She's a 4th generation Fairfield resident, so. Yeah, we're done. No, but I love this town. I go live like twice a week and talk to people on the street. If you could, yeah, especially you're a little camera shy, but New Canaan, Connecticut, guys, we're here, we're doing it. Conversations are happening. Sometimes you think the show is over, there's nothing left. And then you speak to a nice lady from Brookfield. Nobody's really, I mean, we had a couple quick chats, but not a lot, guys. It's just better than me just standing here in front of the camera alone the whole time. So I guess that's it. We're wrapping it up. Again, I'll call it a clock tower forever. It's a clock tower to me. The New Canaan Clock Tower on Elm Street. The only one-way street in the town of New Canaan. Actually, that's not true. There's one over by Millport. We've got a few. There's a few. You know? All right, I got to wrap this up, seriously. Remember, New Canaan, Westport, Wilton, Ridgefield, Fairfield, wherever you're looking.
From New Canaan.
Where are you from?
Long Island originally.
Nice. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Just hanging out for the day?
I'm waiting for a friend who lives up here.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So you're just here for the day, just chilling.
Cool. Seen your show.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
My man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be on the next episode.
All right.
I started a new channel on YouTube. If you could subscribe, it's Discover CT. Take care, Paul. Hello. How are you? You guys have a second to share what you love about New Canaan?
Nothing.
No? Okay. Have a good day. Hi, how are you? It used to be college housing,
yes,
essentially,
yes.
yeah. So glad that's one property done.
Done, yeah.
Yeah.
Need a few more on that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I got people who want to buy. So it's like, this is, what do we call that? Synchronicity or whatever we call it. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
luck.
It's hard.
Paul, my brother. Oh, look at him. Like his conversation with me was like,
45 years, I've been his best friend, live right next to it.
why don't you bring him back after your lunch and see if you guys chat?
I
Round two with friend. How crazy is that? Holy cow. You guys know how much we love Doug. He says Doug's a superhero. I believe it. I believe it. Man, I'll tell you, it is a small, crazy world. I'm here on the street and then I run into... How are you?
Hi.
You want to share what you love about New Canaan? You're kind of on anyway.
Let me think.
We're in like this limited, you probably know, the market here is just very limited.
Yeah.
So my new philosophy is if I go on the streets and talk to people, like you may have a friend who's like,
Firm do you work for?
I work for Coldwell Banker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so I basically, to date, I've done all of the towns south of Stratford,
Oh, okay.
Stratford and down, but I've got like 20 episodes of New Canaan.
From like,
From 749 up, you know?
whatever,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I didn't look exact, but it's not a lot.
Yeah.
Like I've been in this business for 17 years. We used to have 200 plus, like at all times in New Canaan.
to jump on it and take what you can get. So, but we love our house. We're on Mariomi. Yeah.
When I first moved here, we lived in the house in the corner, the first house in the town.
Yeah. So you were living on Mariomi?
Yeah, from Mariomi, so my first stop. And then I lived here till 2001.
Okay.
But my wife's from Fairfield.
Oh, nice.
Like Fairfield, we'll be there forever, fourth generation.
Oh, okay. I feel like people don't leave Fairfield.
This the next station to heaven
Yeah.
is this private road,
Totally.
you know?
The commute's not great, but I only go in once a week, which is totally doable.
You work in the city?
Yeah.
What do you do?
One day is fine.
One day's not bad. This guy's killing me over here.
I know, yeah.
I have such a good question I want to ask you, and this guy's killing me.
Oh.
I wanted to find out from you. Here, come a little closer. Maybe we'll look.
Anyway.
What would the first thing for you if you didn't know your brother? How would you have gone about finding that agent? Google or?
I would have probably asked someone else I knew in the town.
Okay,
or in
okay.
the area.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's all word
I
of
don't
mouth.
think I would have went to Google because I would have.
Yeah, because you can figure anybody can create whatever
Yeah.
there. Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's always going to come down to this.
Totally.
It's people meeting people and saying this is the person you should work with, or at least let him sit down at the table and share what he does different.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And that to me, I was trying to tell people, the reason why I think this started, I couldn't stand seeing inventory hit the market, and I didn't even get a chance to share what I could do different.
Right.
And I was the first guy to do drone technology in 2013 in Connecticut.
Oh, cool.
So I was all over the news for the year.
Oh,
but
wow.
people have short memories.
Yeah.
So I just keep doing new stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm starting a show about Fairfield County,
Right,
you know? But like, everybody will do it now, but
So
not
drone
everybody's good at
technology
it.
in the listings, like pictures and videos.
Videos, and I was the guy who said, I'll do it for free, but not just once. If there's a sunset that looks beautiful, I'll be out there that day with my drone.
Nice.
And it's like little added value, you know?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
So now what I want to do is, and this guy's killing me, I want to do because there's no pressure this way, if someone wants to know what their house is worth, I'm creating an app where you can just upload photos.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Yeah, and then just say, hey, what is my house worth?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to make a video where I explain, based on the photos, this is
Yeah.
what I'm seeing. Let's sit down and discuss my cinematic marketing strategy.
Okay, yeah.
But it's a hands-off approach to give them the info they want without having to let me in the door.
Commit to anything.
Yeah,
else,
exactly.
Because you can't really rely on a Zillow estimate. I feel
Yeah, they're
like.
so bad because
Yeah.
they run. Thank you. They run like in a cylinder, like a search is a radius search. So if you're in Mariomi, for example, they're pulling in Wilton. They're pulling in New York
Oh,
sometimes, and you're
interesting.
like North Wilton Road gets to
Yeah.
New York.
Oh, is that
and
how
so
they
it's
do
like,
it?
whew, yeah. So your
Oh,
numbers
okay.
are all weird.
Yeah.
So you got to always.
I mean, mine went up recently. I was like, yes.
I know, but it's probably something happened around you.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it is, I would say, is you get an agent you could trust, like maybe the person you met. I'm not sure.
Yep.
I was telling the audience a couple weeks ago, I got a listing from someone who sold the house to these people, and then I got called in when they were selling it, and I brought the drone in. And so I said, I got a stack of paperwork we could go over.
Yeah.
Or we could fly the drone.
Right.
And they were like,
yeah.
let's fly the drone.
And
And that was like it. We connected right away on this level. And then so I said, hey, can you tell me why didn't you select him?
Yeah.
And they said, well, he came in and said, I'll do it for less. And like everybody wants to negotiate their commission,
Yeah.
but I fight for my commission. And they were like, you fought. He was like, I'll give my commission away.
Interesting, yeah.
And
I could see that. They're like, he cared. I feel like that makes you like care more or something. I don't know.
Well,
like,
also, if you think about it in the sense that when you're selling your prized possession, and now you have an agent who's willing to take less for themselves, and when an offer comes in, how are they going to treat the value of your home if they don't even care about their own value?
Yeah.
It's like they're like, take it, accept it.
Yeah.
And where I've 17 years, I've had a lot of deals I wish my clients accepted, but I just let them make this hopefully smart decisions.
Right.
You provide them with the information necessary, and hopefully they make a smart decision.
Yeah.
But a lot of times smart people make bad decisions in real
I
estate.
agree, yeah.
So that's unfortunate. Anyway, what was your name?
Mary.
Mary.
Nice to meet you.
Discover CT on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Yeah, and if you have any friends, send them my way. I'll take care of them.
I totally will.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. All right, I think that's going to be it for us here today, guys, from downtown New Canaan. We had some conversations. And you got to love it when you have New Canaan.
I'm all good, thank you.
All right, no problem. You too. All right, I think we got enough, and now I'm getting greedy. I'm asking for this guy over here. He's on his way to a tea time. If he guys on TikTok, you're awesome. Thank you so much for your support today. I don't know why that stopped working, but it stopped working. I have a follow system for my phone, but it's not as good as obviously the one we use. This is the Ronin 4D. It's got a 4th axis. So no shaky, you know what I mean? Like just perfect gimbal work. And that was not bad for the phone, I have to say. I've always used that one for the phone until we upgraded. She's got someone has a look and you know they're not talking. All right, guys, I think that's it. I'm wrapping it up. If you have any questions about New Canaan or about any towns in Fairfield County, make sure you reach out. And let's start doing our Q&A. You guys know I want to start doing that here. You have any questions, I want to answer them live on the show. And remember, whenever you or anybody you know talks about real estate or thinks about real estate, send them to Discover Connecticut. Subscribe, turn on all notifications. I will see you on the very next episode. Until then, it's Mark Pyers, your realtor with Coldwell Banker and Discover Connecticut. We got a group of people here. Maybe they'll chat. I really wanted to see if Doug would get on the air with us. That didn't work out. How you guys doing?
Good.
You got a quick second to share what you love about New Canaan with Discover Connecticut?
It's a New Canaan resident
I'm not I live in
a
New
former.
York State now. We live in New York State.
He can,
Were you from New Canaan? I was from New
I'm
Canaan.
from New Canaan. My dad was a pediatrician, Flynn, and my brother's a pediatrician.
I used to go to your dad
Yeah.
as a kid. I graduated in '96 from New Canaan.
here's a young lady right
I'm a realtor in town. I started Discover Connecticut to highlight the communities, the small businesses, and connect with new buyers and sellers. And so I started a hyper-local show about Fairfield County.
Cool.
You know?
That's great.
So I go live from somewhere in Fairfield County like multiple times a week. And then this is what it's about, is connecting with people and just reminding you when you want to sell or buy, you should go with someone creative. And
That's
you know, out of New Canaan recently, or how long ago?
Oh, I haven't lived here since we got married in '86.
Yeah,
Wow,
we live in
okay.
Canona.
Oh, you're in Katona. That's great over there too.
Golden Spring.
Oh, okay. At some point, we're going to do Discover New York. I mean, that's the eventual move, is I got to go, you know, but I let my New York license go. I just I refer to people there because you can't do it all, you know.
Yeah.
So I handle the whole state of Connecticut, though. So if you need anybody, just send them to Discover CT on YouTube. You'll see yourselves, or at least you'll see your wives over here. You guys never got on camera. And believe me. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. All right, so that's it, guys. We're officially wrapping this sucker up. Let me shut this down. Sheila Morin, user 904, Tobias, Larry James Riddle in the house. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, we were TikToking it. This guy over here destroyed 5 minutes. I had the best question in the world for her. I said, when you bought your house, how did you find your agent? and this Magoo over here, you know? Like, you gotta be kidding me with the Magoo. Anyway, I'm finishing it up here, guys. I'm wrapping you up first. Guys, if you can, subscribe to the Discover Connecticut YouTube channel. This entire stream you just saw, you can watch, and it looks much better on Discover CT because it's in 16:9 and it's in 6K. I'm gonna watch on my iPhone. You can do it if you want, but at least support a brother who goes live multiple times a week and gets a sledgehammer to the face many times. I don't want to talk to you. Shut off the camera. You know? Nobody said to shut off the camera, but they don't want to talk to you. And then you get the sledgehammer. I'm taking it for you guys. Subscribe to a brother on YouTube. Discover CT. Until next time, guys, I'm shutting you. Appreciate you. Have a great day. Done. Done. All right, guys, we're doing this is our final outro. So what did we learn today? We learned that some people still don't want to talk to me. They want to do their thing. They want to go shop. They want to go eat. Occasionally we're going to, I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see that. It's like a 9/11 from the 70s. And then we've got the police officer coming by right now. Do we call this a clock tower?
Yeah.
It's a clock tower. I just envisioned tower being like so big, but it's a clock tower. Have a nice day. Realtor Mark Pyers with Coldwell Banker. Discover Connecticut is here on the streets to meet people and to connect. We're here in this moment in time to thrive together. We're supposed to lift each other up and make great moves. So rely on each other when you need somebody who's going to get your back throughout an entire process, making a show out of it. Something there. And that is what we tell the story about, to build the emotional connection with the buyer on the other side of the screen. So, that's the show.